Gonna try this again. Apparently, I just keep taking a picture of myself and talking to myself for 10 minutes because the phone's facing away from me. I can't see that it's recording. So anyway, so there's another tool on the tool list that is, well, it's not on the tool list and it should be, is our torpedo. Now you will use a torpedo for drywall. You'll also use it for framing. You don't need it for orientation, so you can skip it for that, but you're gonna want it on the job site. If you're framing, you're going to use it for your headers, for leveling your headers, right? You're not going to throw up a line laser for a 16-inch, 12-inch, 10-inch header, but you still want it level. And you don't want to drop your tape 15 feet either. It's just easier to throw a torpedo on there. You're going to use it for you can use it for cripples as well, right? You know, a 3-foot cripple, you can put a little torpedo on there and get it level. You can use it for setting your, you know, if you don't have a line laser, not every company gives you one, you can use it for leveling your drywall. You know, drywall's pretty straight, so you can throw a torpedo on there. It'll work just fine to make your first sheet level or your first sheet plumb. That is, make the rest of your day less of a headache if your first sheet is always plumb and or level. Okay, so now here's the ones that I think of. So we're going to start with this. Again, don't get plastic. Okay, it's going to drop, it's going to break. Okay, you don't don't get that. It doesn't matter that it's $4. You're going to replace it as many times as you buy it. Okay, now this one's not bad. It's not plastic. Well, I mean, it's kind of plastic, but it's a lot more durable. But the one thing you need to avoid is this black strip. Okay, now I just worked with a Journeyman, or presumably a Journeyman. Probably just came into the trades, used to working with wood. So he had one of these and he dropped it 3 times in my presence. Why? Because you put it on here and the second you... yeah, it falls. That magnet is not strong enough for the work that we do. So don't get that one with a line magnet on there. It'll get you past the tool check, but it's going to cause you nothing but headaches, and the more you drop it, the more broken it's going to get. Now you have this one next, $12. Okay, strip magnet. And for metal stud framing and drywall, LADs, interior systems, you don't need anything but the plumb and the level. So even this one here is unnecessary, but this is not a bad one to get. Let's see, $18. It's the next cheapest one here. But more importantly, it has these earth magnets. These earth magnets are way stronger, okay? Right? It won't fall on you easily. Now, if you hit it pretty hard or hit it right on the opposite side, it will fall. But this is going to last you a lot longer. And these, I like Empire. These blue tubes are pretty awesome. Now, I do recommend one with 3 magnets, because there's a lot of times where you need to put this like this or over something, and it's not going to hold because you don't have that 3rd magnet. So 3 magnets works better than 2, but 2 is better than this black strip. Okay, and let's see, this one isn't bad. Okay, it's 2 magnets, it's $23, but you don't need this. We're never gonna, you know, in metal studs, the most you'll ever have is a 45-degree angle, or it's rare that you're gonna have a 30. It's pretty rare that you'll sunglasses. It's pretty rare that you're gonna have a 30, anything besides a 45 plumb or level. So you don't need that. So don't bother. Now this is, before we get to my favorite one, okay, this one's not bad. I've seen a lot of people use this. It's small, fits in your pouch. Again, we don't need the 30. This is meant for pipes, but that can work. This one is also nice, and these things are really durable. I've never used one. I never actually used a ruler, but with these 3 magnets, this will work. Plus, it's transparent on all sides, so that's good. I have seen people that are Milwaukee fans get this one, but again, we don't need the 45. But it actually has 4 super strong magnets. This one, 3. This one, 3. See, 3 is good. You don't need one of these string lines unless you're going to do some major layout, parapets, things like that. But it's if you're just getting a trade, your Journeyman will have that with this. You know what I mean? Now, this is my favorite. This is the one that I use typically because it has the best light out of all of them. And one thing you will notice when you are working in metal stud framing is that you get task lighting set by the GC or not task lighting, you get, well, entrance lighting, and hopefully get task lighting, but don't count on it. If you, especially if you're 15 feet up in the ceiling, you know, you're going to be up in there and there's no light or not enough light. So trying to see the bubble in this is great if there's minimal light. This is hard to see with minimal light, but this is really great. And it's $27, so maybe it's not your first torpedo, but it still fits in the same profile in your pouch. But it has the best light. I have tried, when I went looking for a torpedo with light in it, I tested like 3 or 4 of them, and this one's the best one. If you found a better one, let me know. Now, if you really want to get real, maybe you work some overtime, you want to spend some cash. This is an option. It's got three magnets. This one also has 3. Let's see what it is. Like, it's not turning on. Oh, it should. Oh, there it goes. It's self-calibrate. This one's cool. I've checked it out just for fun. It self-calibrates every time. Other digital torpedoes, when I was researching if I wanted to get one, they don't self-calibrate, so this one's good for that. It's gone. Also has a light so you can see it, and there's no guessing. You know exactly which way to go, and you know exactly when you're plumb and level, and you can even, where is it at? Mode, oh, inspect. You can like put it on this, and now you can level it based on that angle. So it has some cool features, but it's definitely not something you want to buy lightly. If you just want to have fun with a new tool like I do, then buy it. I had some overtime, I bought one. And yeah. I'll use it till it breaks, and then I'll buy that one, and it'll probably be the last one I ever buy. But, so here are the torpedoes at Lowe's. And same thing, don't get the strip magnet. This one's not bad, it's got a nice clear bulb, and it's got 3 magnets of the strong kind. And it holds really well. This one only has 2, but it's still the right magnets, but we don't need that, and it's only one-sided. So there are times you don't want to use your magnet, and this one wouldn't work for that. Let's see. Prices are pretty decent. And then here's a fun one. This looks like something I would buy just because I like playing around with stuff. This is an extended torpedo, 9 to 15 inches, and it has 4 magnets of the strong kind, and only has the 2 that we need in metal stud framing. Now, I can't think of when I'd actually really need to extend that, because torpedoes don't usually need that much. I mean, you're using a torpedo on small things, so you don't really need to extend it out, but I think that's kind of fun. I'm always trying to play around with new tools. Let's see here. This one here, 3 magnets would work. Not sure I'd find a use for the rulers, but definitely wouldn't need this or that. So it's kind of a waste. So you're better off out of here getting probably this one. Yeah, $1 more, you can get a longer one, but again, we don't need this. This one, interesting if you want to know exactly how far you're out, but that's really irrelevant for what we do in metal stud framing. Oh, this has a light. The light's not too bad. It's actually on par with the Empire light. So if you want to go with that one, the only problem is it only has 1 magnet. And then this one doesn't light up. So, what do we got over here? Craftsman. Is that a magnet? What is that? That's a weak magnet. Don't get that one. And strip magnets. You definitely don't want those because they will fall. So your best bet at this Lowe's, anyway, is going to be either this one or this one. And they're a difference of $3 in price, but I don't see anything other significant difference in that. The one light up one they got is really thick, but also only has the 1 magnet, so I wouldn't recommend that one. So that is it for the torpedoes. So those are the torpedoes. Again, it's not on the tool list. It should be. You will use it for drywall. You will definitely use it for framing in a lot of different ways that you don't expect. So if you're moving from wood to metal, get a torpedo with magnets. If you're just getting into the trades, as an apprentice especially, then you're going to want the one with the 3 metal studs, right? Then you're going to want the one with the 3 magnets, preferably the one that lights up. If you want to spend a little extra money, buy that one, but no, don't break it. It's expensive. You're better off with this one. This is the one I use 99% of the time. So But that's it. So that's torpedoes for you. And I will continue down the tool list and or not tool list with the tools that I think are great for beginners. And some of the weird things that I tend to get as I have worked over the years. So like the, for example, I don't use your typical plumb bob, even though we don't use them very often. I have one, but it ain't that one. All right, we'll see you on the next video.